Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we've got something super exciting for you. We're diving into the Strongest Battlegrounds character tier list. Now, if you're like me, you've probably spent hours trying to figure out which character to main, because let's face it, every character has such a unique playstyle. Whether you're all about speed, strength, or crazy combo potential, it can get a little overwhelming trying to decide who's the best fit for your playstyle. But don't worry, I've got you covered. In this video, we're breaking down each character's strengths and weaknesses, giving you the lowdown on why some of these fighters will absolutely crush it in battle, and why others, well, maybe not so much. So, grab your snacks, sit back, and let's get into the ultimate guide to the Strongest Battlegrounds characters. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly who you should be smashing heads with. Let's go! I'm quickly moving on to the video, and I'm ranking characters in the Strongest Battlegrounds. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of tier list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching!
A very small portion of the audience is subscribed to the channel. Please don't forget to subscribe if you like these types of videos. Thanks.
The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Wild Psychic Tatsumaki. Alright, let's talk about one of the more disappointing picks in the Strongest Battlegrounds, Wild Psychic Tatsumaki. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but hey, she's got those flashy combos, right? Well, yeah, her combo potential is there, on paper. The problem is that her damage output is super low, so even if you manage to string a few hits together, it doesn't feel all that rewarding. It's like she's throwing pillows instead of punches. And here's the kicker, most of her attacks, totally blockable. If you're up against a halfway decent player, they'll be waiting for you to throw out one of her moves just to counter it. So while Tatsumaki might look cool and have some moves that seem fun, in practice, she's just too easy to exploit. Honestly, if you're serious about winning matches, she's not the one you want to rely on. The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Crab Boss and Brutal Demon Metal Bat. Alright, let's talk about a couple of B tier characters in the Strongest Battlegrounds. First up, we've got Crab Boss. Now, I know what you're thinking, Crab Boss looks like he's gonna dominate, right? Well, unfortunately, looks can be deceiving. This guy has some serious issues that hold him back. His attacks are super predictable, which means your opponent can see them coming from a mile away. And here's the kicker, he can't block or dash, like, at all. So you're just sitting there, wide open to ranged attacks. And to top it off, no health regeneration. Yeah, it's rough being a crab. Moving on to Brutal Demon, or as most of us know him, Metal Bat. Now, this guy has some good things going for him. He's got mobility, and when you unleash his ultimate, it's a game changer. You really feel like you're about to take control of the match, but, and this is a big but, his M1S are the slowest in the game. Like, you could probably take a nap between swings. So yeah, the damage potential is there, but his combos? Not so much. They can be broken pretty easily if your opponent knows what they're doing. What's crazy is, Brutal Demon could be way higher on the tier list if he didn't have this glaring weakness. It's like driving a car with a turbo engine, but the brakes are always on. Frustrating, right? If you've got the skills to make sure you land those hits and time your ultimate just right, he's definitely still fun to play. But let's be real, you'll probably be raging at those broken combos more often than not. So if you're looking for some flashy plays and don't mind working around some big weaknesses, these guys might be for you. But if you're all about consistency and not getting slapped around by someone who knows your character's every flaw, you might want to think twice before locking in Crab Boss or Brutal Demon. The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, KJ, Martial Artist Suryu, Destructive Cyborg Genos, Deadly Ninja Sonic, and Blade Master Atomic Samurai. Alright, let's dive into some of the A tier characters in the Strongest Battlegrounds. These guys are not quite S tier, but let me tell you, they pack a serious punch if you know what you're doing. First up, we've got KJ, who's an admin character, and trust me, this guy is a beast. His damage is off the charts. If you're looking for someone to literally delete opponents in a few moves, KJ is your guy. The only downside? He's not as versatile as some of the heavy hitters like Saitama, Garu, or Gojo. But hey, if pure destruction is what you're after, you can't go wrong with him. Next, we've got Suryu, the martial artist, and boy is this guy fast. His M1S are insane. He's all about combos, and practically every one of his moves has some solid AoE, which makes him great for handling crowds. Oh, and don't forget that vanishing kick. When you double press it, it bypasses block. So yeah, if you're up against some skilled players who love to turtle behind blocks, Suryu's got the perfect answer for that. Now, Destructive Cyborg, aka Genos, he's one of the big damage dealers. His passive skills and range are solid, plus the best part, after finishing a combo, he gets a full cooldown reset on all his skills. That's huge. The only thing is, his windups are a bit slow, except for his M1S, and he's more about spamming attacks than setting up crazy combos. So, if you like throwing out big damage in quick succession, Genos is your man. Then we've got Speeder Sound Sonic, the deadly ninja. Sonic is one of those high-risk, high-reward characters. His mobility is nuts, and once you get the hang of him, you'll be zipping around the battlefield like a true menace. That said, there's pretty much zero defense in his kit. It's all about speed and offense. So yeah, mastering Sonic takes skill, probably more than characters like Garou, but if you can pull it off, he's terrifying. Last but not least, Atomic Samurai, the Blade Master. You're gonna love his Atomic Slash. It's one of the most broken moves in the game. Plus, he's got a counter, which is always a bonus, and his combo potential is solid. However, his combos can be interrupted pretty easily with good evasive moves. So while he's great, he's also one of those characters who requires you to stay sharp and watch your opponent's next move closely. So there you have it. These A-tier characters are absolute monsters in their own right, and with a bit of practice, they can go toe-to-toe with some of the best. Just know that each one has their own little quirks and weaknesses. If you play to their strengths though, you'll be racking up wins in no time. The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Sorcerer Gojo, Hero Hunter Garou, and the strongest hero Saitama. Alright, let's dive into the absolute powerhouses of the Strongest Battlegrounds. If you've ever wanted to feel like a god in this game, you're going to want to stick around, because we're talking about the S tier characters. The ones who can basically solo entire lobbies if played right. First up, we've got Sorcerer, or as most of you know him, Gojo. This guy is a walking one-shot machine. Every single move in his arsenal has the potential to end a fight right then and there. And if that wasn't enough, his infinity makes him literally invincible. Now, here's the catch. You can't use him in public servers, which is honestly a blessing for everyone else, because if you could, it'd be game over for everyone else. Oh, and did I mention you'll need 500 Robux to unlock him? Yeah, power doesn't come cheap. Next up, Hero Hunter, or Garou for the anime fans out there. This dude is a beast because he gets armor on almost all his moves, meaning he can tank through a lot of attacks without flinching. Plus, some of his attacks can't be countered, making him a nightmare to deal with, especially if you're up against someone like Saitama. The best part? He's pretty straightforward to play, so whether you're just starting out or you've been playing for a while, you can pull off some nasty combos with Garou. And of course, we've got to talk about the big man himself, the strongest hero, also known as Saitama. Let's just say, if you want to break the game, Saitama's your guy. His combos? Nearly impossible to escape. His M1S? Lightning fast. Oh, and did I mention Death Counter? Yeah, it's probably the most broken move in the game. He also charges up his ultimate faster than anyone else, so you'll be dropping those one-punch KOs on the regular. Honestly, if you get your hands on any of these S-tier legends, you're basically set. Just be prepared for the salt from your opponents, because once you master these characters, winning feels almost too easy. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.